Good morning, everyone, and welcome to today's Course in Miracles lesson. My name's Deborah Fraley, and welcome to the channel. We are on lesson 280. What limits can I lay upon God's Son? But before I get into that lesson, Spirit is bringing in a lot of messages for me, and I know they're really relevant to doing the coursework. So before I get into the lesson, I want to say thank you for returning to these daily messages. It really means so much to me, and I really appreciate every single one of you. So thank you so much. And if you have not become a subscriber and would like to, all it takes is a click of a button. So I know it's somewhere in the description box, somewhere around there. So if you wouldn't mind clicking that button, that would be grateful. I would be grateful for that as well. Thank you. And also, if these messages resonate with you, please share with your besties, as it helps get the messages to someone who may be in need. And you never know, you just might make someone's day. So, so getting on to the messages that I was hearing. So, Spirit, first thing this morning when I opened my eyes, I hadn't even picked my head off the pillow yet. I heard witch doctor and spells. Interesting. I know, right? So, but it's not surprising. So, as yesterday's video was about your gifts and abilities coming online. And I'm sure that could have raised a lot of fears in someone. You know, it's like, and I will get into that, and we'll talk a little bit more about, you know, the triggers of your abilities and using those. So what is a witch doctor? Let's talk about that first. So a witch doctor is someone who claims to guard against or cure afflictions thought to be caused by spirit possession or witchcraft. So during the, you know, I'm sure a lot of us, we've learned it in school, and if you haven't, I'm going to let you, do your own research on this. But during the Salem witch trials in Boston, I believe it was between 1692 and 1693, so it was almost a full year. There were innocent men, women, and children that were falsely accused and killed via hangings and burnings at the stake for practicing witchcraft. Well, they were accused of that. And like I said, I'll just have you do your own research on that if you're not familiar with that, but I believe there were 200, approximately, a little less than 200 individuals that were killed in that fashion because they were believed to have been, practicing that. And then there were a lot more in London that during those times, and even before that, time era, and even that continued on after that time in England, that continued on, that practice, until it stopped. But so the reason I bring this up is because Spirit was like, when someone is different, it has a gift of seeing or hearing the clear audience, the clear cognizance, the clear, there's like 4 or 5 clairs, and I didn't write them all down, but it's like what I'm hearing, that's a clear audience. So I'm getting messages, I'm hearing the messages, or I have the vision that's clear, or there's clear cognizance. So like when I do the light language, I can see a vision, and I get information that way as well. There's a lot of different ways we can get information. People can channel the information, like a trance channel, like I was talking about yesterday in the video, where they channel. You can get messages through painting, through dancing. There's a lot of different ways that messages can come through. So, but when people get that information. Like, I have a friend of mine who can see the elementals, you know, but people that can't see that obviously consider us different. You know, like the light language. It sounds different. It sounds weird. You know, like people that speak in tongues. People that can't do that and say that, you know, obviously it makes people uncomfortable. And some people slap a label on it. I'm just going to make it very clear and simple and call it evil, possession, witchcraft. You know, they have all these lovely names for it. Call it what you will, you know, and hence why I was hearing witch doctor this morning. So maybe somebody came across the video, and who knows, you know, I'm not sure, but Spirit wanted me to get this message out because as a result of those events that happened in the history back in, you know, Salem, it's in our blueprint. And in England, wherever, you know, who knows, you know, if you have an ancestor that's been privy to one of those events, maybe it was even you, who knows? I don't, you know, I'm just saying, history, we repeat itself, and so it's in our blueprint, it's in our genome, like I was talking about yesterday, it's in the DNA. It's a stored memory within our energy field, and in our blueprint, it's in the DNA strand. So it can cause that fear to creep up because you're, when you want to, excuse me, when the information comes through, it causes that energy. I have to clear it. I clear it by yawning. I clear it by, I have to burp sometimes. So that's one way to, if you see that, that's what people are doing. They're clearing energy. So, okay. So it creates fear that if you want to develop those aspects, you know, that you have within you, that's stored within you, you know, those gifts, and you're feeling like, I'm going to get, you know, that fear of being persecuted again. You're going to be judged that you're different, casted out of your family, you know, losing your friends, viewed as being different or weird. Trust me, I understand. I've gone through that feeling, not that it was justified, because, you know, and people are going to love you, and the people that are meant to be in your life are going to stay there, and the people that aren't, then they'll just go away, you know, and you're going to understand who your true tribe is. So, what's important to the takeaway for this is that these gifts that you have within you, the divine gave you and only you. They are unique to you. Nobody else has them. Like I have, I mean, yes, other people might be able to do light language, but they can't do the same. They don't have those same key codes and DNA strands that I have. So the light language that I bring through is unique to me. And so maybe you can also do light language, but the light language that you're doing is bringing in different codes, different messages. So my light language is going to sound a lot different than your light language. So, like I said, your gifts are going to be unique to you. And I encourage you to share your gifts with the world, basically. It's not an easy journey, obviously, you know, getting over that fear of stepping out of the closet, I should say, that spiritual closet, you know, took time for me. I know it was, I had to get over that hump, but I did it, and I would never go back. So I'm still, you know, working on it little by little, but I'm glad I did. And that's why I'm here doing these videos now. And And the more that I do it, the more information comes through, and that I'm able to share it with you. But there was one wonderful piece that I got at the very end, and it was the last thing I heard after I got all the information is the David Bowie and Freddie Mercury song, Under Pressure. So I'm going to link, oh, there's the two geese going out to the lake. I don't know if you could hear them or see them. That's awesome. That's double confirmation. So I got goosebumps. I call them truth bumps. So I'm going to link that song in the description box, because Under Pressure, you know that. If anybody knows that song, you've got to listen to it, and that'll get you fired up. So, okay. That was a message that definitely needed to get out for someone that is questioning their ability to step out and let their gifts shine and share them with the world. So I highly encourage you to do that. And I had 11:11 on my clock just there when I said that. So thank you, Spirit. Okay, so we are on lesson 280. What limits can I lay upon God's Son? Whom God created limitless is free. I can't invent imprisonment for him, but only in illusions, not in truth. No thought of God has left its Father's mind. No thought of God is limited at all. No thought of God but is forever pure. Can I lay limits on the Son of God, whose Father willed that he be limitless and like himself in freedom and in love? Today, let me give honor to your Son, for thus alone I find the way to you, Father. I lay no limits on the Son you love and you created limitless. The honor that I give to him is yours, and what is yours belongs to me as well. That is our lesson for today. What limits can I lay upon God's Son? I'm now going to channel the light language activation for today's lesson, and I've chosen a very special stone for today's channeling. And it is Herkimer diamond, and I got this in Sedona. And I've had it in this plant. It's been undergoing some healing. It's done a lot of grid work. So, and it's very fitting for the witchcraft. Yeah, it did a lot of work for me. So we're gonna bring this through. So let's see what messages have to come through. So. Archangel Gabriel is coming through to fill the space. Okay. Holy Spirit and Jesus, what messages do you have for our viewers today? What is it that they need to hear through this light language activation? Oh, Archangel Metatron's here too. Thank you, Spirit Guides. We are in a... All right, really ground yourself, please. There is a lot of energy here. This crystal is like intense. We are in, get in your Merkaba. You need to ground yourself, please. Put your feet flat on the ground. Anchor into the crystalline core of the 5D New Earth, crystalline Earth grid. Spirit. We've got Archangel Michael on the left and Archangel Metatron on the right. Archangel Gabriel. And Jesus holding space. and the Holy Spirit. Messages. Okay, let's start. Ho te o to okua he te okua he te okua e te oto okua te okua te o te o ho ka te okua te okua te o to okua te okua te o to okua he te o to okua he te o ho ka te o te okua e te o to okua te okua te okua te okua te o to okua he te o to okua he te akata akat. Thank you for joining us. Please like, share, and subscribe to allow others to benefit in the teachings. Thank you, Spirit. Oh, there's 2 black helicopters coming over. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. I'm sending you so much love, blessings, and abundance. And I will see you tomorrow. Namaste.